Yo, what's going on, guys? Eagle Talks Football, and we're here with the Premier League preview of the week. It's gonna be absolutely insane. We got Tottenham fans here to talk about the fact that Tottenham in the mud, Tottenham's in the mud. Na 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 na. We got Chelsea fans in the building to talk about Chelsea and the fact that Chelsea's in the mud, Chelsea's in the mud. Na 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 na. And you know what? I'm not going to sing about Liverpool being in the mud because they're out of the mud, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool have won have picked up points in back-to-back games, and they're now back into the mix for top four. They're currently sitting sixth. Manchester City are going to be facing Newcastle in another big weekend for the title race. We'll see where that goes. And of course, Manchester United play Liverpool at Anfield, I think on Sunday. So we have to have Dammy here. We have to have a Liverpool fan here to talk about all of that stuff. But before we go any further, make sure you guys do leave a like on the video, and make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Gotta get that out there. But we got Qasim in the house, Chelsea fan from Q&A TV. Link is in the description. Make sure you guys check it out. My guy Qasim always says it as it is. And you know what? He's always one of the ones with the bold predictions at the beginning of the season. He still doesn't believe Arsenal is going to win the league. Every single time he comes on, we're going to ask him if Arsenal is going to win the league, but not right now. Rakesh is in the building for Liverpool. He's going to be fighting against Dami to see who wins the league, how many Liverpool players get into a combined 11, and does he still believe top four is going to happen? We're going to have to find out. We have two Tottenham fans in the building. We got Dan in the house, and we got Mr. Box Office Alex in the building. The two THFCs in the house. They are back, and they have been back by popular demand because Dan got into an argument with Qasim, and we had to finish that argument. And Alex can only be here for a short time, but you know what? He's going to always have to deliver those opinions just like always. And we have Vater in the building, the voice of reason, the Manchester City fan, the guy who is Mr. Reliable when it comes to talking about Manchester City. And he's in the gym getting ready for that next match versus Newcastle. But hey,
I got it.
What an intro. What a panel. We can't go anywhere, but how is everyone doing today? And we need to start with Tottenham. So let me know how you guys feeling? How's everyone feeling? All right, everyone's quiet. What's going on?
I'm good, but I'm gonna leave it to Tottenham fans to maybe speak first.
Yeah, let them speak.
Feel horrendous.
You know what? Okay, I'll lay it out there. What happened was Sheffield United.
No, that's not happening.
FA Cup. You guys are out of the last domestic cup competition you guys could win. And let's be honest, you're not favorites to win the Champions League. You're not even close to winning the Premier League. That seems to be dead and buried. Another Premier League season where you have no trophies on the board. Now, before Mr. Box Office goes, because I know Mr. Box Office has a lot to say. And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about Alex TFC, who also has his link in the description. We're going to go to Dan, who also has a link in the description, Dan TFC. Go ahead, my guy. Dan, how you feeling? Because you came on yesterday. You're hella emotional. I said save it for today's show. You're here now. Land it. What you got to say?
Bro, you said what happened, Sheffield United. No, Sheffield United did not happen. Tottenham Hotspur happened. Because you see this every season. We have the same result. It's starting to become deja vu at this point. It's starting to become a broken record where we keep having these Sheffield United performances. We keep having the Nottingham Forest performances. This was the 1 year anniversary of Middlesbrough. And I'll tell you one constant. All the managers have changed. We've had Colchester under Pochettino. We've had under Jose Mourinho, we had Dinamo Zagreb. All these embarrassing results every year. And the one constant is Davinson Sanchez and Eric Dyer in every single squad. And people saying Conte out. I can't with the logic of this fan base. It's like debating with a 4-year-old. How, for 5 games, can Stellini be winning 5 games in a row and everybody's like, oh, Stellini's amazing, and then Stellini loses 1 game and it's on Conte? If you're not going to give the credit to Conte when we're winning, then how can you give Conte the blame when we lose? It makes no sense.
That's a fair point.
It's bollocks. Honestly, I'm tired of the fan base. I'm at the point now where I want relegation. I want Tottenham to be relegated.
What are you talking about?
I want Tottenham to be relegated.
No, way too far.
We're not winning these owners.
Have some composure, for God's sake.
It's not way too far. We are never going to go anywhere without our owners being gone.
Our fan base. You're not going to go anywhere without getting relegated.
Yeah, but when we get relegated, it's the only way this fan base will wake up and turn on the ownership. That's what I'm praying
It will
for.
get worse if you get relegated. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the fan base will finally start protesting against the owners and stop blaming the managers at one point. That's what I think it's going to take for them to wake up and finally realize that the club is the problem and the owners are the problem. What do you think it would take? Because we've had these games and we've had these seasons consistently that we've just scraped top 4. And every fan seems to be happy with it.
Arsenal, you're going to win the league this year.
Piss off.
But you know what? It is what it is. I'm just joking. Before we go into what if scenarios and questions, let's go to Alex now. Alex, what do you heard your fellow Tottenham fan there saying relegation might be the only answer to save your club. But how are you feeling?
Reset, refresh, reset, restart. These are 3 words. 3 words that Mr. Box Office has been trying to do during this period, during the World Cup. And that meaning of those 3 words is I'm still going to talk my truth every single time, but I'm going to still be honest. Because I get idiot Tottenham fans talking to me and telling me, oh, Alex, you're not a Tottenham fan. You're in the mud. Oh, my gosh, you're so negative. You should get cancelled. But look what happened. Look what happened. Yeah? These are Tottenham fans, yeah? Because I was in the Tottenham Stadium at West Ham and Chelsea. Oh, we beat bang average West Ham. Bang average West Ham, yeah? What do Tottenham fans do? Jump up and down like we won a trophy. Jump up and down like we won a trophy, yeah? We beat Chelsea, who are bang average. Bang average, yeah? What do? We jump up and down like we won a trophy. Jump up and down like we've got a trophy, yeah? That's what we do. That's what we do, yeah? Right? We beat Man City. A tactical performance. A tactical performance. You know what we talk about? We talk about Emerson, who's been bang average, yeah? Bang average, yeah? And he was just defensively good. We're talking him like he's the next Cafu. The gift that keeps on giving Tottenham fans, yeah? And look what happened. We call Virgil van Dijk, because Virgil van Dijk now. Virgil van Dijk, the most bang average defender, yeah? Right? Look what happened against Leicester. 4-1. Yeah? I'll give you, not a prediction, a spoiler. Conte ain't going to be here. He's done. He's finished. I knew it for a long time ago, yeah? People listen to deluded Tottenham fans, yeah? I listen to the real ones. Sava. Henry Wright. I didn't even watch them a year ago. Let's say the same thing I'm saying. So who's the expert? Who's the expert, bruv? Mr. Box Office, the main event, the untouchable, the undeniable, and that's it. And if you don't know, get to know. Back to Egal to waffle on and say something stupid. And that's it, I'm done.
Bro, Alex, I didn't think you're this upset. Like, you're saying Conte out, you're saying the season's over? You don't even think you're going to get top 4?
Bro, wake up. Wake up. Obviously, you're too flustered about your team, Arsenal, bruv. By the way, you've been going missing last how many weeks, bruv? Because I've seen your number. You've been going, where's Wally, isn't it? But anyway, moving on. Like I said, yeah? Like I said, bruv, the truth hurts. Yeah? The professor of truth and entertainment just talks the truth every single time, bruv. Yeah? Conte and Tottenham do not work, bruv. Yeah? This guy has been trying to talk to this club and they're trying to get him to do what we want to do, yeah? Who's the winner? Who's the winner? Oh, Conte's the winner. But we're trying to get him to do what we want. What have we won, by the way? What have we won? Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So how does that work? How does that work?
Let Dan reply.
No, wait for the main event to finish. Wait for the main event to finish, because the main event hasn't finished, Bob. And then you can have your 5 minutes of fame, yeah? But my point is, Tottenham have got no logic, yeah? I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done with this, yeah? Right? The point is, we need to let go of Kane, because Kane's a loser. And by the way, I've said it on my channel again, Alex TFC, if you really want to know, yeah? Because he ain't won no trophies. And if he stays and signs that contract, he's still a loser. Yeah, he needs trophies. He needs to lead Tottenham. And that's it. Son needs to lead Tottenham. We need a refresh, and that's it. Done. And that's it. Back to you, Dan, to say it how you need to say it, Bob.
So, Alex, if I'm getting it right, you think that Conte doesn't have the faults, but you think he's going to get sacked?
Bob, it doesn't work. Conte needs top players to fit his system. He ain't going to get the players, Bob.
So you're saying it's not his fault?
Bob, listen, Bob. Look at that summer window. Look at that summer window, and don't even talk to me about those two rejects from last year, from that cooking Don Paratici, who's cooking. I was told cooking. What's he cooking? What is he actually cooking, bruv? Dan Juma. You having a laugh? We can't even get in the team. You having a laugh? Poro. How long would that take, bruv? How did that not did that take, bruv? I shouldn't be talking like this to you, bruv, because you're young, bruv. I shouldn't be having a go at you. I'm not having a go at you, bro. But like I said, bruv, yeah, he's not right for the club, bruv. He wants top players. He wants championships, bruv. We want a day out in the Champions League, bruv. We want a day out in the Champions League. This is the thing that sums up Tottenham fans, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're in the Tin Pot. Manchester United won a Tin Pot Cup, yeah. Won the Tin Pot Cup. That was our last fucking trophy, bruv. So why are you talking about that's a Tin Pot Cup, bruv? We're laughing at Manchester United winning the Carabao Cup, and that was our last trophy. Come on now, bruv. Yeah, I said we should have got to the final. I expected us to get to the final of the FA Cup because look at the top teams in our club in that team, bruv. Manchester United and Manchester City are still in that cup. Yeah, I was told we got Manchester City's number. Manchester City's number. Yeah, we've got Harry Kane, Son, who's playing shit, by the way. Richarlison, who's absolute bang average. Yeah, right. We still got Kulusevski. Yeah. With that strike force, you should at least get to the final. At least get to the final. We couldn't even do that. I'm sorry.
Alex, the problem is the back line.
That's it.
The problem is the back line, though.
Bruv, we've won games on the one-off with just Harry Kane, bruv. I'm sorry. Excuses.
It's different
bruv.
in a big game.
Alex, no, but it's excuses. It's excuses, bruv. I'm sorry.
It's no excuse, it's reason.
It's no, it's excuses. All we talk about is the board. And I'm bored of it, bruv. I am bored of talking about fucking Levy. I'm bored of it, bruv. I'm sorry. Levy's not on the pitch, bruv. Levy's not on the pitch.
Let me just introduce Dami also is in the building. We got Rakesh in the building. We got Vader. We got Qasim. Let's get some other opinions on Tottenham. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm biased because I'm an Arsenal fan. But just take away my Arsenal bias for a second. I think Alex spoke a lot of truth there about the fact that Conte might not have his days numbered. Top four is not his main focus. He's worried about the club's underlying issues and that they need a whole reset. Where Dan is thinking that they can sustain this with the squad. They just need to make some additions, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Dan? Is that not what you're saying?
Well, a whole rebuild. It's not just some additions.
You don't think it's necessary a whole rebuild where everything needs to go. So
I think what's necessary is the owners to go. But
okay, so what? Obviously, everyone agrees the owners are terrible. But what do you guys think? Conte stays and they just kind of refresh the squad, or complete reset? And you guys agree with Alex where it goes tear it all down and restart from the beginning? I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And I'll start with you, Qasim. You wanted to jump on this. What were you saying?
Oh, listen, I'm the best one to speak about Conte. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I know Conte inside and out. Whatever Alex, the guy here, he spoke fact. Look. Recently, if you look at Conte's mannerism and his body language, you can tell he doesn't want to be there. 110%. He doesn't want to be there. I think Tottenham culture. The way they achieved over the years, I don't think they achieved anything. Like I'm not being, I'm not being salty here, right? Conte is a winner, bro. Is one. I think he was 3rd or 4th best manager in the planet Earth. I think he's gone to the wrong club, in my opinion. Mourinho, yeah, it does make sense. He got old, he lost it. Conte, yeah, I don't think it was not great. You can tell he doesn't want to be there, and I think it's going to be a matter of time. I think he's really begun, bro. And I said it to you last time, and I didn't mean anything to be salty last night. I was speaking. I'm realist. I was speaking fact. I think Tottenham is a mid-table team. That's what it is. Fighting for top 4, and I think last maybe 8 years, 10 years, Leicester achieved more than Tottenham. They won the league, they won the FA Cup, and they beat City in the Charity Shield. They achieved more than Tottenham. You like it or not? That's it, and that's what just at the bottom of it. And Alex is just I don't need to fight. I mean, Alex he said it all, bro. That's it.
There you go. Vader, you wanted to jump in this?
Yeah, a lot was said, and I enjoyed it. Snacking while Alex and my guy was talking. One's Bane, the other is Joker. They both want it to burn. They both want it to crumble. One saying relegation, one saying get rid of the lot. They both want it to burn. They both want destruction. Like, I get it. A reset does need to happen. Calling out your owners, chill on that one. Chill on that one. If there's a case study for how to build a club, make a club successful financially without winning a damn thing, you guys are an excellent example. Smart businessmen. A couple things didn't go your way, but come on. A couple things haven't gone your way, but from business model, to not win a thing, listen to me, to not win a thing and to be one of the big six, give your owners the respect that they deserve for doing that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, absolutely not. We've done nothing in the last 22. We've won a Carabao Cup in 22 years. I would trade all the financial stability to have some type of success. I don't care that they're good businessmen. I don't care that we have a nice stadium.
Part of the
could
big
care
six
less
without winning a trophy.
Oh,
That's impressive.
We're in the big six. Get in. It's not a trophy. It's not a trophy
What
at
is-
the end of the day. I don't
let
care
me
we have an
point out,
F1 sponsorship.
what
I
it
don't care
does
we have
allow you to do-
concerts. I don't
Okay,
care
I
we have
get it.
NFL deals.
I know, I get it. You want the whole destruction. I get it. But you have an ability to reset because you are part of the big six. It's not doom and gloom like some other clubs. That's why I want to point that out. I believe, hindsight, you made a mistake with your manager. All right. Yes, he's a serial winner, but you need someone exceptional. You need someone exceptional to come to Tottenham and to create a winning atmosphere. You need someone different. And if you're going to do that, my pressure to you is, yes, force your owners to spend more, be more strategic, because you have the funds to do it.
But yes,
But it's not a crash
go
and burn. It can't be that because you have Newcastle and you have other clubs coming up. Do not wipe everything out because it's going to be long.
1 second. Let
It's
me
gonna be long.
let me just go to Rakesh here. Rakesh, you heard the relegation comment and you went, "What the hell are you talking about?" Did Alex, out of the two, who do you side with more?
I mean, it's a bit of a crazy one. Who do you want me to pick? Ultimately, you can't throw everything out. That's not a wise decision. It's certainly not a wise decision to say, okay, let's just get relegated. That's not going to help your finances in any way, shape, or form. Look, the difficult thing for Tottenham is, and it has been over the last 20 years, is that more other teams, bigger teams bigger teams who have also had a hell of a lot more money have succeeded. Now, the whole thing behind the stadium was to put Spurs on a more even financial keel, so potentially they could compete a little bit more for these top players and spend more money. That's the rationale behind it. Whether it's happened or hasn't happened, okay, that's fine. But that's not for the sake of money, though. Perhaps you should have recruited better. That would probably be better.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but so that's not really a monetary thing. Like, how much did Spurs spend in the transfer window this summer?
Exactly. The problem is not how much we spend.
It's how you spend it.
Exactly.
Now, okay. Ultimately, does all of this stuff ultimately boil down to the owners? That's a legitimate point.
He didn't spend a lot of money, bro. They didn't spend a lot of money. They only spent about 160, I think. That's not a lot of money.
160 million pounds.
Mr. Chelsea, relax. That's a lot.
Mr.
Chelsea,
can I jump in here?
Only 160 million pounds.
Can I jump in here quickly? We don't need to educate everyone on Tottenham's transfers, but in case you want to be educated, they got
Igal had this lined up.
Richarlison for 60 million, Ndombele 55 million. The only real hit out of this whole list, in my opinion, is Romero, who's 42
We got to get some of them time.
Lo Celso, 40 million. Sergio Reguilon, 27 million. Steven Bergwijn, 27 million. Emerson Royal, 25 to 30 million. Brian Sessegnon, 25 million. Yves Bissouma, 25 million. And Brian Gill, 21 million. These are all their signings they've made since 2019.
Yeah. Look, the problem is not how much we spend. We spend a reasonable amount of money. The problem is where we spend it. We've had Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez at the back it's been 9 years now. It's been 9 years. I'm sorry. How have they been allowed to stink up the place for 9 years and nobody's realized?
But the problem is with the club at the end of the day, they're not focused on trophies. That's
They're
the whole
not.
point. That's the problem. That's been the problem. Antonio Conte was brought in to appease the fans. Yeah. And I know this because I've been at the stadium. I have idiots that tell me I'm not a Tottenham fan, trying to intimidate me. I have one I had one against at Chelsea that said to me, "Why are you not shouting for? Why are you not cheering for? Well, I don't enjoy the football. It's crap. It's crap. I've said this for a long time. It's crap. The last time Tottenham were relevant was 1960s. Bill Nicholson, Keith Birkinshaw.
Wow.
That was the last time we were relevant because that's when we won championships. Yeah, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Yeah. So
Damn.
this is the thing. It's like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? There's nothing more to say. The fact is, Conte shouldn't be here. He's even told you. He's even told you in his interviews. He said, "I want to do it this way. They want to do it their way." It's already told you. He's
Oh, is
told
that
us.
Conte's
It
fault?
was never a match.
It's,
It was never a good match.
it's his fault. He shouldn't be here. He wants championships. Yeah, that's why I'm saying to you. If Conte stays at Tottenham, sign that contract. No moaning. You can't moan. You know what's going on now. You know exactly how it goes at Tottenham. So there's no moaning anymore. So at the end of the
He's
day,
gonna moan.
he-
He's
Alex,
gonna take that money and then
no,
moan.
but the
He
point
wants to
is that
stay.
the point is, if he stays at Tottenham, knowing what's going on at the club already, you're moaning. I'm sorry, you can't moan anymore. If he's gonna moan, no, I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm sorry.
Alex, I want you to understand
Absolutely
one thing.
not.
I want you to understand one thing. Conte doesn't sign the contract, our club falls apart.
Yeah, but
Because-
bro,
Your
it
club
doesn't.
doesn't
But
fall
wait, no,
apart.
yeah, but
Stop.
yeah,
Stop.
but
if
Dan,
Conte
this is the
doesn't
thing.
sign the contract,
This is
Kane
the-
is
no.
gone.
I
Listen,
disagree with you there.
Agal, let me finish. Let me talk to Dan. Listen, right? Conte is not the denominator here. I'm sorry. He's not right for the club. I'm sorry.
Neither
Yeah?
was Jose, neither was Nuno, neither was Poch. You want me to keep going?
But the point I'm making is the difference between Mourinho and Conte. You need to do what they want. Yeah, Tottenham don't want to do what they want. Yeah, you can see it in the signings.
So then it's their fault.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like I said before, it's not going to work. I said tick tock, time's ticking. Yeah, because you don't sign a contract to the end of the season if it's long term. Come on now, come
So
on.
Alex, so pretty much what I'm hearing from you is that you know that Conte is not his fault because the board don't want to follow his instructions. However, you want Conte to leave. That's like knowing that you have a tire that's broken and then you're putting in gas.
This is the problem. Dan, I'm not gonna do it with you, Dan. Because you're young, mate. I can't
Alex,
do it
look,
with
I
you,
love
bro.
you, man. I love you, Alex.
I
I
can't
love
do
you.
it with you, bro.
I love you, Alex. But if I've come on the panel, I can accept the heat.
I know, but I can't do it,
If I
bro.
come on the panel.
You're a good guy, bro. You're a good guy. I can't do it with you, bro. I can't
know
do
what?
it.
At the end of the day, we're mates.
I
but
love you.
Let's
I love
stop
you.
there.
I
Let's
can't
stop
do
there.
this with you, bro.
Let's stop there. I'm just gonna say this. Dammy, I'm gonna bring in Dammy. Dammy, I'm gonna ask you the score. What do you think is gonna happen against Wolves away on the weekend? Do you think the toxicity is gonna continue, or do you think they're gonna get it together and beat Wolves? Because Wolves are not a good side.
Who Spurs?
Yeah. Yes.
You're asking
Bro,
me.
I don't even know because like I've been listening to this convo and I'm like people making valid points, but I don't think it's all on Conte because he's like we said he's winner. He has won everything except for the Champions League, but he's won league titles, so he's actually shown that he can consistently do it, especially in this league. And he's not here, so you can't blame him for the loss this week because he wasn't there. He hasn't been there for weeks, so you can't give whatever that assistant manager is praise for winning
Stellini.
back-to-back games. Stellini, that's it. But winning back-to-back games, winning 3 in a row, and saying, "Oh, look at how we're playing without Conte." When you lose, you just say Conte's fault. It's not his fault because you were giving him praise last week when you're going back-to-back. However, I didn't really watch the game, but losing to Sheffield United is not acceptable. I think it's Sheffield United, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not acceptable. It is not because they're in the championship, and I thought actually that it was going to be. I think we might make the final. I thought we might meet you there. I don't know about City. I think they were all over the place. I thought it'd be us and you in the final. I thought this is your year to actually break the curse of your trophy curse. I just don't know what's going on, and it's something deep rooted in the club that they need to get rid of, and that starts with Daniel Levy, because you can't get a long-term manager in Poch. You can't then go and get 2 winners. I know one of them was washed in Mourinho, and then get and actually in his prime Conte, and it still fails. You've gone to the long-term route, it failed. You've gone to the short-term route, it failed. You've gone to another short-term route, and it's failing. Like, it has to be something above these managers that is failing. It's just Daniel Levy. He's got to leave. He's got to do something in order for this club to get, not necessarily back, because obviously I wouldn't necessarily say that you were ever on top, and not in a rude way, I'm just being true to what I can see. But in order for you to get you maybe winning trophies and being back in the top 4 consistently, whatever, because I think you might get top 4.
What about this weekend?
Sorry, to round up.
Paratici is supposed to be making the decision. Like, isn't he supposed to be making the decisions?
Don't get me started
No,
on Paratici.
Paratici is just a puppet.
Don't get me
Paratici is
started
just
on
a puppet,
Paratici.
man.
Do not get me started on Paratici. He's supposed to be cooking.
Paratici.
With
What's his
the two rejects. Yeah, the 2 rejects last year. Yeah, we were doing so well. We did so well. What happened? We got battered in the Conference League. Yeah, they have 1 game a week, and then we got top 4. Yeah, we bantered the Arsenal out the building. Yeah, even though we didn't play well, they were just bang average. Yeah, and bottled it. Yeah, and we thought it's a trophy top 4. Look what's happened this year. You know what I mean? Sorry, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
What's happening this weekend, Alex, against Wolves?
Oh, but I'll tell you what's going to happen. We'll beat Wolves, and then I think we're going to win the bloody league again.
Facts. That's facts.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
What about in the Champions League?
The problem is, just to answer your question, to answer your question, he's correct. Who knows what's going to happen? Because they might go and beat Wolves, they might go and beat AC Milan. I don't know who else is next.
I don't know about AC Milan.
No, they can be AC Milan. They can be AC Milan.
I seen some crazy stuff from Deji yesterday saying they might have an easy road to the.
Deji's lost.
Bob, this is the thing. This is the thing that I love about these Tottenham fans. The gift that keeps on giving them embarrassing, and they tell me I'm embarrassing. You're telling me we're gonna get into the Champions League. We got through it just straight through an easy group, yeah? And by the way, I wasn't sitting in my city watching it, I was there at the staging, bro, watching some of the Tottenham fans jump up and down, yeah? Sorry, bruv, yeah? Mr. Bots off with the main event is speaking. That's how it goes, bruv, yeah? But like I said, yeah, right? This is the thing, yeah? And like I said, AC Milan was so bang average, yeah? We made them look good. Yeah, the same fans say that Emerson Royale is like Cafu, yeah, who can't cross, bruv, yeah. Skip, who scored a worldie, yeah. Oh, he's back, bloody hell. This is Tottenham fans, and that just sums up Tottenham fans. If you don't know, get to know. Back to you, Agal. Just waffle on the end.
One second. I have to keep it moving, but. Keeping it moving away from Tottenham quickly.
Agal, just to point off quickly, where he's correct, and I don't want to throw another dig, but it's like Liverpool and Spurs are making these 2 teams that they're playing in the Champions League look good. People said, Real Madrid should have coasted through, and AC Milan. I watch one of those teams weekly, Real Madrid, and they are shit. Today they lost again to Barcelona because they got cooked. Well, they didn't even get cooked. They sat back and defended Barcelona. They're not good. So Tottenham can beat AC Milan. That's what I think. They might not do it, but they can beat them because AC Milan.
We won't beat them.
I don't know if you will, but you can.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this, Alex. A Tottenham fan said to me the other day that if you guys beat AC Milan and you get like a Benfica or something like that, you guys could see yourselves in the semifinal of the Champions League, even in this horrific season. So that is where some of your fans are still, their minds are still that they think they can do it. But it is what it is. Let's move past this now. I was gonna go into the Manchester United Liverpool thing, but since Alex has to go, we're just gonna go straight into the title race and we're gonna talk about the Man City and Arsenal and what everyone thinks. So with Arsenal winning against Everton, and with the weekend where we face Bournemouth and Man City face Newcastle, do you guys see another shift in this title race? Or first, I'll go to a City fan, Invader. Do you think anything's going to change, or do you think it's going to stay the same? Because like you've been through this many years. Obviously, Rakesh has been through this many years. Does it just change every single week, or is it kind of like this where it's like you never know what's going to happen every given Sunday?
There's the narrative in the league is going to be changing every week, right? They're going to be touting Arsenal's excellent form, or they're going to be touting City's form, and they're going to be pitting us against each other constantly. I do believe that they're going to try to slip in United as well, but with regards to the matches that we have, the expectation is 3 points, right? When we don't get 3 points, then it's going to be drama. It's going to be crazy explanations and speculation on who's now winning the league. They're going to do that, and I believe we're probably going to see. What is it? As it stands, you know, that stat that pops up at the bottom of the screen every time. We're gonna see a lot of as it stands graphics throughout this. But Newcastle, it was a draw, 3-3 when we first played them. Difficult game. Pep was doing his madness with inverted fullbacks. I believe at that time they're also defending with 3/5 at the back or whatever. I don't think that's a system that they're playing with currently. They didn't look the greatest recently. Even against United, they didn't look that great, and they were defending with a back four. I don't know if that's going to continue against us. We'll wait and see. But for us to keep momentum, and it's not so much a focus on Arsenal. It's a focus on if we are serious about winning this league, we need to get the wins when we can. It's not about, because I believe we play first. We're the first match, right? So we got to do what we have to do, and we have to play
What
the
time
quality.
Are you playing? 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So it's a matter of us just doing what we need to do. I believe we have everybody healthy back with the exception of Ortega, I think, because of his hand recently, and I believe Stones, but everyone's coming back fit. I'm not going to say this is the run that we need to go on, but this is a match where if we're serious about this, we need to get our 3 points. Newcastle is no joke, but we need to get our 3 points.
You know what? We got Qasim's take on this yesterday, so I'm just gonna go to Rakesh quickly. Rakesh, is it me or does this title race thing feel like it changes momentum every single day? Because it's starting to get annoying. One day people are calling our players something random. The next day people are saying we're gonna win the league comfortably. It's crazy.
Look, one thing I think Arsenal and Arsenal fans are going to get used to is people underrating your players, calling stuff, people calling you lucky, saying that so and so's not as good, that they've been fortunate with injuries and all this kind of stuff. That just kind of goes with the territory when you're flying high at the top and you're coming up against an established one of the top teams, if not the top team in the world in City certainly over the last 5-7 years. In terms of the title race itself, as I'm sure most of you know, I think Arsenal win the title now. Not even now. When Man City were losing 2-0 at home at half-time against Spurs, and even though they came back and won 4-2, just based on that first half performance, that's not the Man City of old. Man City are not the same. And at that point, Arsenal being very consistent, they had a little bit of a blip. And City played in any one-off game. City is capable of being any team in the world. I think they pretty much dominated Arsenal at the Emirates. They deservedly won. I don't think anyone can have any complaints about that. Those heights. I don't think there's any team in Europe probably that can touch City, but they're also capable of fuck-ups, complete brain farts and all that. We've seen it time and time again at a rate we haven't seen since the year that Liverpool won the league, when Newcastle, for example, went away, were at home, and they got a draw against City in the last minute and stuff like that. City, you can't trust Manchester City right now. That could change. Look, if Arsenal fuck up, if Arsenal go on a losing run, if Arsenal blow it or whatever you want to call it, I don't want to put it down and say blow it, but if Arsenal go on a bad run, then things can change. But right now, I don't see any reason to change my prediction right now, saying that this is Arsenal going to win the league, because I think Arsenal are more reliable, and that's what you need in the title race. Arsenal are more reliable than Man City.
You know what?
That could change.
I'm just going to tell people this comment right here from Ozil is a fact. He's saying it is a fact that they want Arsenal fans to get mad because they are jealous of our success this season, and fans and any team has to stay humble in this title situation. Yeah, we have to stay humble, but you know what? We don't help ourselves. We say a lot of crazy things, be it positive or negative.
All fan bases do, though.
Yeah,
Honestly,
so-
if it was the Spurs fans in the title race right now, if it was Liverpool fans, it was Chelsea. Everyone just says stupid. So we're football fans. We say stupid things. We do stupid things. That's what football's. 50% of football is being stupid.
You know what, Alex? You came on the football terrace after we dropped points versus Southampton away, I think, or was it at home? I forget. But then you came at us. You said this start of your season has been terrible. I haven't heard from you since. What do you think about Arsenal's season so far? Do you think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League? And are you worried that Arsenal might lift that Premier League trophy this season?
Honestly, really, I'm really worried about Arsenal. Really worried about Arsenal winning the league. Tottenham have been in the mud so long, bruv. I don't really care. This just shows you how bang average the league is. It's not just because Arsenal are. I mean, Manchester City have got the version of John Carew, above average John Carew, Haaland, by the way, without the goals.
What?
Average John Carew.
He said
What?
You know what I mean? But you know,
Hold on. Haaland is average?
If without the goals, yeah. After watching him against Tottenham,
What?
honestly, he couldn't
Alex, what's the point of a striker? Alex, what's the point of a striker?
No.
But without the goals, yeah, he's just a tall guy who's like a average Duncan Ferguson for Everton. I'm sorry, I'm done with him, man. You know what I mean? Sorry. And football's average. I'm sorry. It is bang average. Absolutely bang average. I'm sorry. And this is
How do you rate Kane?
I've got people that tell me about XG and stats and everything else, and I'm told them, oh, well, actually, you need to watch football, bruv, and tell me what actually is good. You know what I mean?
Alex,
players like Zidane,
Zidane,
Batistuta, you know, the elite of the elites, yeah. And you're telling me that's a great player? Sorry, don't make me laugh.
Alex, football. Football in 2023. Football in 2023 is completely incomparable to football in 1998. It's not the same. It's nowhere near the same. Yes, Batistuta was a brilliant, incredible, world-class striker in his time. He did wonders at Roma and pretty much Fiorentina and everything he played in. But if you had to play Batistuta in a high-intensity pressing system like they have to do today, do you think Batistuta could have managed that?
Well, they were class players, bro. They were class players.
I know they were class players.
I'm sorry, they were class players. These players are not even that great. They need the manager to look good, bro. So what are you talking? Rakesh.
Well,
before you start, because this is what I get. This is what I get from people like Rakesh. You need to behave yourself on this one, yeah, because I've got people coming at me telling me they think they know more because they told me about XG, which XG.
But do you know what XG is? Do you know what XG is?
No, I don't really care what XG. But
if you don't care and you don't know what it is, how can you criticize it?
No, because I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, so what's going on? What's going on here? Just for clarity, just so I can understand, because I want to know where you are. How do you rate Harry Kane?
He's a class player. He's a loser though, because he ain't got no trophies. He ain't got no trophies.
All right,
that's it. Simple.
All right.
To be fair, he's right. Not on the Haaland point. I don't agree with you, Alex. But on the Harry Kane point,
I know, because I rattle people.
Can I just come in for a second? I think, to be fair, Harry Kane and Haaland is two different players.
Haaland is 22 years old. Harry Kane is a grown man.
And Harry Kane and Haaland will never reach the levels of Harry Kane as a footballer.
Don't tell me never. Don't tell me never.
Never.
No, don't tell me never. That's like me looking at you as a young man and saying you're never going to be something. Don't do that.
I'm sorry, Vader. I'll let you finish. Sorry, Bob. Go for it.
I want to point this out, okay? Because you're bringing up some great strikers, great players. This man is 22 years old. He's not the final product at all. It's year one at Manchester City. No one plays great their first year at City. And what he's doing is making you think that he's all settled in and it's all figured out. No, it's just the beginning. Do not rate this man and say this is it. He's going to be a better player and a better striker. What he's doing is incredible, shattering records year one. But don't tell me he has no ability to be great. That's crazy. We're all young men, some of us younger than others. I would never label you and be like, you are what you are today. nothing great in the future. Haaland is going to continue to be a problem, and he's going to be even more proficient because he's going to know where to be on that pitch, and the players are going to know how to serve him. He's not the final product yet. Stop with the disrespect.
I don't think.
Vader.
Wait, real quick, Alex.
I've got to come back on you. Yeah, my opinion is not personal. You get into the personal levels. No, I'm talking about the football side. Yeah, because I know what good football is.
I think I understand.
No.
I don't think it's.
I didn't say anything personal either.
I'm talking about the football side. And what I saw, because I was at the game. I said, I want to see this guy. He couldn't get better. He couldn't get the better of Virgil van Dijk, who's the most bang average defender, and Davis. They bantered him out the building.
He wasn't defended by two players. Don't even do that.
No. Because I go with what I see. Yeah,
it was Romero.
And I'm sorry,
mainly.
I don't care about stats. If you can't beat those two defenders, right? He looked like a Duncan Ferguson out of headlights, bro. I'm sorry, I don't care. Right?
I think
he might change my mind. Like after the next couple of seasons. I have to say that. And that's it.
I have to stop everyone here. Alex, I need you to hear out Qasim now, because I heard you heard out Vader. Qasim, what do you got to say?
Yeah, it's a quick one. Obviously, because I played football. I played football at high level, so I know the difference between two players. I think first of all, the comparison between Haaland and Harry Kane is two different players, because Harry Kane he can assist, his technical ability is slightly better than Haaland. Haaland is a goal machine. Put him in the box and he will score your goals. He's powerful. He's quick. It's two completely different players. But you need to understand something, guys. Alex is more like an old school, I think. He's eye testing than stats and computers and stuff like that. I believe that. But what you need to understand as well for Haaland, I agree with the Man City guy. I think Haaland will take time, but I mean, he's hitting the ground running already. But Haaland, you need to understand, last few years, Manchester City were playing with false nine. I mean, Pep Guardiola was playing Aguero. He didn't believe in Aguero. We know Aguero one of the best strikers in the league, right? But he didn't believe in Aguero. Last few years, they were playing false nine. And Haaland, he's a proper number 9. So it would take City a bit of time to adapt to that system. But Haaland, I think, is going to becoming good. He's proper number 9. We'll come good. But Haaland and Harry Kane is completely two different players.
I just think to call him the buff Peter Crouch, that's a little bit of a stretch.
I didn't say that. I said he's above average, right? Above average John Carew. That's what I said, yeah? Like a Duncan Ferguson, yeah? Because I think he's just a tall striker that if he doesn't have the goals, he just looks like just that sort of striker to me. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion.
But I understand your opinion, and you can say the way that he connects play, the way he links up isn't as good as some other players, but then his goal scoring is way, way, way above average. So you can say that, but it's also but to characterize that as to say that he, apart from the goals, he's average, but the goals are also important. Haaland is a world-class striker. What he's good at is different than what Harry Kane is good at. Both of them are world-class strikers, but they don't have their own individual characteristics.
You probably hated Van Nistelrooy.
Actually,
guys,
and I'll point out, before Jose Mourinho, what kind of passing ability were you talking about, Harry Kane? Right? He developed that part of his game.
No, he's had that before.
Yeah, but he's got that one.
No, that's true though. Before he didn't use the range of passing that he does now.
Thank you.
No, but he's been able to pick out a pass. What's happened under Jose
and
Mourinho,
Haaland can pick out a pass. I believe Haaland actually has more assists than Kane this season.
Yeah, because everybody else in the squad can't finish to save their lives. But that's not
always okay. All right.
Wait. But let me say my point. We're gonna move on
Harry Kane next.
Real quick though, Harry Kane has had the ability to pass the ball. What happened with Jose Mourinho is that Jose Mourinho put him a little bit deeper, so that ability is a little bit more existent, and you could see it a lot clearer, and you would get a lot more assists playing the ball into Son and playing the ball into Lucas Moura. That's what happened. He always had that passing ability.
He has the ability already, yeah. I agree with that.
Let me just stop everyone here. Just bring it back for a second. Forget about Kane, Haaland, because we got too diverted off that. Dan, do you think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League? Because I know my guy Alex basically diverted away and said he doesn't.
No, listen. Let me just finish this off quickly, yeah, with the Arsenal thing, yeah. I say at the moment, I don't care whether Arsenal win the league. I think they're going to win the league because I looked at their next couple of fixtures. I looked at Man City's fixtures. I think Arsenal are definitely well ahead of winning the league, definitely. Yeah, but I just think it just shows you how average the league is because I'm sorry, like Arsenal were nowhere last season. You know what I mean? You know, you got Odegaard playing his best season right now. You know what I mean? You know, we're telling.
I
You're telling
don't
me
know
like
what you mean. What do you mean?
we can have another debate on that another time, but you know, because I know your time's short.
Let's go
But
around.
my,
Let's carry on.
but my
Yeah.
point is that I think well done to Arsenal, but I think you need to get it done. But for me, when you look at the fixtures against Bournemouth, man, you should be beating them high numbers, man. And then Newcastle's a difficult game for Man City, man. And I think it's going to be difficult. You know, they've really gone past most of the hard teams, haven't they? So you know, you've beaten us twice, and you've beaten you got past Manchester United as well, haven't you? So you know, for me, I think it's Arsenal's to lose now for me, and that's it.
Fair enough. Dan, I think you said yesterday Arsenal are going to probably win the league, and you're going to be upset.
Well, I said it. Listen, for me, I think predictions this early on. How many fixtures do we have left? We've got like loads of
13.
games.
A third of the season left.
Exactly. So yes, I think Arsenal are definitely going to be. I'm not saying they're going to fall out, but at the end of the day, it's way too early to call. It's way too early to call, and I think it doesn't even need to be this long because in the space of 3 games, anything can change. In the Premier League, that's just the way it is. Arsenal were walking the league, and then in one result, and Man City beating Arsenal, or we're on a few results, it all changed, and everybody's saying, "Oh, it's over now. Man City are going to win the league." So in the blink of an eye, it can happen. I think Arsenal definitely got the favourites to win the league. However, I think I see this Arsenal squad, and I see a load of young players. A load of young players that have proven before that when the pressure's on, they've crumbled. Last season, they were in the fight for top 4. What happened? They fell off a bit. And they lost the top 4 in the last minute.
Because we didn't have the experience. Now we do.
Well, you bottled it for like a few weeks, and now you've won a few games back, and you're building the momentum again. But you showed that you can crumble again. Somebody was telling me that you guys have a great psychiatrist in the club or something like that. That they've got great to put the mentality into the team. I'm like, bro. At the end of the day, young players are young players, and young players, when they start screwing up and the pressure goes on them, they're going to start mounting on the pressure, and they're going to start getting nervous. This Arsenal team reminds me a lot of that Pochettino team when we were competing for the title with Leicester.
Okay.
Very young team competing for the title. And at the end of the day, we crumbled, and I see Arsenal crumbling as well. Although I think Arsenal are the favorites. That's what I said yesterday. But it's a 50-50.
Okay, so we're the favorites, but you don't think we're going to do it. I get it.
Mathematically.
Dan, I really do appreciate you jumping on, bro. I'm gonna let you go. Alex, if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, let me know. And then we're just gonna now move on to the Manchester Liverpool derby, because let me put you guys next to each other quickly. So Dami and Rakesh, we need to know what's gonna happen. Is this the opportunity for Liverpool to get back into the top 4, or is this Manchester United burying Liverpool's season and ending it right there and then, making sure they solidifying the fact that they don't get top 4 this season? What is it? What do you think, Dami?
Realistically, based on what I've seen, obviously form goes out the window for this fixture because obviously it's a rivalry, a big game in the history. But realistically, if we're looking at it from what we've seen, we should be favourites going into the game. We're in form of our life. We've got players playing in every single position, in my opinion. Players playing out their skin. Ten Hag has obviously improved the whole squad from top to bottom. I'm not saying we should keep some of these players. Some of them are still shit. And long term, if you want to win a league, we can't with like De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, whatever. But better call Steven. But right now, we're in the form of our season, and the only way right now is up. So I do think we have to go into the game as favourites. The game will be won in the midfield, in my opinion, because it'll be whether or not Liverpool can. Even I'm not saying our midfield is great, but whether they can hack the midfield 3 of probably Fred, Bruno, and Casemiro, even though it should be Sabitzer. So that's what will be one. If he goes in and plays Henderson, Milner, Fabinho as a 3 or something like that, they will get cooked because they are not good enough to be playing in games. They couldn't play against Palace, let alone play against us at home.
Forget about that. Forget about that. You're going to Anfield, bro. It's not at Old Trafford.
So,
you not
bro,
worried?
then that's literally I was gonna say that. I was literally gonna say that they're not a force at Anfield no more. People are going there and collecting points off them, so they're not as scary as they used to be. Even when they played Leicester, there, Leicester should have won the game if it wasn't for that bozo who then scored 2 own goals. Who scores 2 own goals in one game? If he didn't do that, Leicester would have won the game. So they're not as scary as they used to be. Rom just showed that to them. So it's just whether or not we
Hold
turn up.
on.
If we turn up, we
Real
will win this
Madrid.
game.
Real
Yeah.
Madrid held 2 goals, and if Liverpool were better defensively, they could have closed out that
No,
game.
if Liverpool weren't just the difference is if Liverpool were just a decent football team, well, Liverpool would have won the game 2-0 or 2-1. But because Liverpool are now dog shit, which is underneath 0, so that -50, they lost the game. It wasn't because this whole Real Madrid were good. Real Madrid are shit.
I think
So
Liverpool, I think
You're
Liverpool,
calling Real Madrid shit, but they beat Liverpool 5-2,
yeah,
and
because
that's your reasoning for Liverpool being shit.
no. Real Madrid are like -20 and Liverpool are like -50. They aren't neither of those teams are good. It's just that one of them is just supremely dog shit. We never know. I'll probably say this and they beat us. But in my opinion, going into the game, we are the form team, and I think we should win the game just based on what I've seen. And that's really it. And like I said, there will be one in the midfield, in my opinion.
People saying 3-1 to Liverpool. Skills. Man United fan. I mean, Arsenal fan right there.
We have to
But
win
yeah,
at some point, and this will be the year to do it.
if they do beat you guys, it's a big confidence boost. It can restart their season. It can
They're-
invigorate the team.
true.
This is a game for the fans to get behind the squad
But-
when it's been a difficult season. And Rakesh, if you guys win this game, top 4 is well and truly
Wait,
on.
quickly, just before Rakesh, because even if they lose, I still think they're in the top 4 race because the 2 clowns above them are not scary. Let's be honest. They're
Newcastle
clowns.
and Tottenham.
Spurs. So yeah, they're not scary. So the top 4 is even on. I think you're 6 points with no games in hand. Do you not think they can catch them?
Alex doesn't care about top 4.
You're just preaching, bro. I've been told I'm Katie Hopkins for goodness sake, man. So come on now, bro.
What?
Nothing. You had him on, the idiot that said I was bloody Katie Hopkins. He said I'm like Katie Hopkins. Well, I'm not putting Katie Hopkins on the main event, Mr. Box Office, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment.
Who called
So
you
just
Katie
need to get
Hopkins?
the guy that you had on, the preview for the Arsenal game, not Alan. He had. I think I forgot his name
Who do
now.
you support? Who do you support?
Yeah, is it Deji?
Tottenham.
Deji.
Not Deji. No, not Deji. Not
Or
the
Jules?
he's got a Birmingham accent, I think. Birmingham or Manchester accent, I think it is. I forgot his name now.
Support Spurs.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking. He supports Spurs
Yeah,
with the Birmingham accent.
yeah, or Manchester accent. Anyway, I've just
Are you
digressed.
talking
the
about
conversation.
Jay?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yay!
I didn't know
Sorry to
you and
divert
Jay
the
were
conversation.
beefing. What the hell?
Oh,
Okay,
okay. So you
continue.
got people with Jay as well. Fair enough.
But yeah,
Jay, Tottenham
you're a
fan.
big sport.
Jay,
Yeah?
Jay's all right.
No,
Huh?
Jay's positive. He doesn't like his
Jay
positivity.
Tottenham fan. He's all right, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
listen,
well,
let's
Carry
move past it. Let's move past it.
just move past it, yeah.
Let's continue. Rakesh, what are you saying? You're gonna beat Man United, or you're gonna?
No, look.
He's
we
scared.
have been very bad this season. I think we will win on Sunday, because it is like a. I know people saying derby. Is it a derby? Is it not a derby? People call it the M4 derby or whatever. Whatever. It's a rivalry that is intense. It's the biggest game in English football, and we will be up for it. And I hope that us being up for it bridges the gap, because the thing is, there have been very isolated moments this season where we have been very good, but the vast majority of the time this season we've been terrible. We are a shadow of our former selves. We do have some of the same movements, some similar patterns of play, but there's no intensity there. There's no pace there. There's no aggression there. It's like I said, we're a shadow of our former selves. If we can't get up for a game against Man United at Anfield, I don't know if there's much point in carrying on this season in terms of top 4. Because look, if we win, we're right in the hunt for top 4, and I think Dammy's also even if we're not, we're still there or thereabouts. Mainly because the other teams have dropped points on silly occasions, just like we have, and we will probably continue to drop points on silly occasions, as will Spurs, as will Newcastle. I don't think winning or losing necessarily rules us out, but after a humbling defeat against Real Madrid, I think it would affect our confidence levels. Our confidence levels, even right now, are pretty fragile. And to lose at home against Man United after we humbled them 9-0 on aggregate last season, for them to do the double over us, and to have that crazier turnaround in the space of a season would be pretty awful. But I think the players need to step up. I think we will show some intensity. Konate being back is a real positive. What's it called? Our two centre backs. Huh? Our two. No, with Konate and Virgil as our main centre backs, with the back four that we have, and with the attack we have, I think we've got a good chance. Our midfield is questionable, but Bajcetic is starting to play well. Fabinho is a critical player for us, and if he plays well, we have a good chance. If he doesn't play well and he just gets run past left, right, and centre, then it's going to be a long fucking day. But I mean, look, from our point of view, it's a question mark. If we step up and we play how we can play, absolutely we can win the game. In fact, if we play how I think we can play, we will win the game. But that's a big question mark.
I've got to ask a question. I've got to ask a question to the Liverpool fan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rakesh. Yeah, what is this whole thing about Klopp and all that? Yeah, because I don't get it. Because some of the stuff that I've heard from Liverpool fans, like the way that they talk about him, this guy's won you championships, man, and Carabao Cups and everything. Yeah, and I'm hearing like Liverpool fans that just been so downbeat, and it's so downbeat that now I'm getting, the gift that keeps on giving my fans, saying, "Oh, we're better than Liverpool. We're this, we're that. They're in the mud and everything else." And I'm like, I'm not being funny. I would have their season any day of the week. You know what I mean? With Klopp and that. You know what I mean? That's how you deal with a season. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and nobody's above criticism. Klopp has made mistakes this season. There are things potentially going on behind the scenes. One of the things that Liverpool have been complimented on a lot over the last 5 or 6 years is our structure, the way that we work behind the scenes, the way that everybody pulls in the same direction. And there are a lot of rumors coming around that that's not necessarily the case at the moment. People are leaving, important people who have helped make us successful, because it's not just Klopp, it's not just Michael Edwards. There's a whole support structure, scouting department, all these guys. There've been a few people who are going to be leaving. So it should be a time. I think Liverpool fans should be concerned, but there's no way, me personally, I'm walking away from Klopp or saying Klopp should be fired or whatever. If Klopp was to leave or go, every big club that's looking for a manager will be interested in speaking to Jurgen Klopp. So I think he's the guy to get us back out of it. And look, like I said earlier, football fans, we say all kinds of stupid shit. We're like crazy emotional. You lose a few games or you have an off season or whatever, and people can question. They can say, look, has it been too long? Maybe, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think it's way too early to start saying Jurgen Klopp needs to bugger off and we need to get in Luis Enrique or something. No
nonsense, man.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? I just want to take control of this. Qasim, I'm going to come to you in a second. But people in the chat, let me know, who do you think is going to win, Manchester United or Liverpool? And while you're there, let me know I know, Rakesh, you probably hate combined 11s. Dami definitely hates combined 11s. Everyone in this friggin' panel probably hates combined 11s. So since I love combined 11 so much, I'll make my Liverpool and Man United combined 11 as Qasim is speaking. Go ahead, Qasim.
Yeah, I mean, regarding the game, Liverpool against Manchester United, I don't think Liverpool going to win this game. I think Manchester United. Listen, game win or lose in midfielder. I'm not going to lie, all right. And I think Liverpool downfall is the midfielder really for the last few years now. And I think Manchester United they got Bruno Fernandes there, they got Casemiro there, and obviously they got players to hit them in the counter attack. I think it's going to be a tough game. I cannot see Liverpool winning this game. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to lie as well. Liverpool aging. I mean, it's Solden Manny. I think he was a big factor for them. I think the goalkeeper. I know Liverpool fans rate him very, very highly. I think he's made a lot of mistakes there going on with him sometimes. So yeah, it's a mix of things with Liverpool, but Liverpool definitely the midfielder. Even that guy who replaced Mane, he's not just as good as Mane. Mane's just different kind of fish. I'm not gonna lie. Mane was with Salah both together. They were just frightening. But that Nunes, whatever his name is, I don't think he's. I mean, it's too early, but he's not just the same quality as Mane, in my opinion. But again, Liverpool midfielder, bro. As I said, game one or lose a midfielder, and if you don't control midfielder, you're in trouble.
Thank you, my friend. Just as you guys were as you were speaking, my friend, I also finished my combined 11 for Liverpool and Manchester United. What do you guys think? Are you Liverpool fan Rakesh? Are you happy with that? 5 players.
I mean, I'm not really happy, but it's your combined 11. You're entitled to do what you want. I mean, like you said, I don't like your combined 11s. I think even though his form has been a little bit questionable and it's been a bit crazy, not having Virgil van Dijk in there. Yeah, I don't understand, but that's up to you, man. It's cool, you do you.
It really does depend. What are you basing this on?
I'm basing this on the recent form at this moment in time, not the entirety of the season only, because pre-World Cup, Alexander-Arnold was not that good. Dalot was good, but Dalot hasn't recently been playing. So,
well, if we're going off recent, if we're going off recent, then I can't lie to you. They don't get Trent. Trent is not been playing better than Wan-Bissaka. It's just facts. He's not.
Then Wan-Bissaka, Trent has been one of Liverpool's best players recently.
He's not really been that good. I can't lie. I'm not trying to do Aaron Wan-Bissaka prop. I just don't think Trent has been that good. Thiago, it's been all right. Maybe you can have him because I don't think we've had 3 good midfielders. And Salah and Nunes, yeah, I can give you that one.
No, the reason being you have no one else in your attack.
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's. I say maybe Trent.
The only reason Van Dijk's not in is because Varane and Martinez have been a little bit more consistent defensively throughout the season. Shaw's in over Robertson, even though Robertson's playing well. I just think Shaw has been producing more on both ends. And then Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro and Rashford are just well and truly known. And De Gea, anyone who's putting De Gea over Alison, even though Liverpool are having a poor season, in my opinion, is ridiculous.
No, to be fair, I agree. Except for Trent, I probably agree with that team. Yeah, I agree probably.
Well, anyone else saying anything? Vader, Qasim?
I just said David De Gea, to be fair, over Alison.
Why?
What?
David De Gea is crap, by the way.
Let me make a statement, Igal. I think Alison is overrated, bro.
Alison is overrated.
I mean, he's the best goalkeeper in the world, but if you think he's overrated, that's up to you.
I can see your point. I
say it was a Chester, bro.
Why is he overrated?
Sure, you can say it with chest. That doesn't necessarily make it right.
Let him explain. I haven't given him an opportunity to explain.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Follow mistakes, right? I think very much every game costs Liverpool. Costs Liverpool. I'm telling you now. Alison, I never rated Alison. Never rated Alison.
He is overhyped. He's good, but he's overhyped. I agree.
Okay, so he's not overrated in the sense because to be overrated, you have to be put in conversation that you're not deserving of. And I think he's deserving to be put in conversation as best goalkeeper in the world.
No. Well, who's Brazilian goalkeeper right now?
He is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, the World Cup.
In the
biggest stage in the world, Alison was the goalkeeper. No, but he did play for Brazil in the World Cup.
His current form, you might question that he's a little off.
Okay. Has he made some mistakes recently? Yes.
No, recently.
Making mistakes against Real Madrid. Yes.
No, recently, Cash. It's all the time, bro. All the time. Most of the time, you're having a lot of mistakes. It's overrated. Really is. In my opinion. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not too mad at that. I'm not too mad at that. But
Kepa, because I think Kepa for Chelsea, I bought him. He won't even play for League One. That's how bad he is. And we're spending 72 million.
You know what?
Rakesh, hear him out. I can see his point.
No. I'm interested. I'm also interested in your take, Vader. Why you think he's overrated? You said you backed it up.
Harry Martinez for Aston Villa. I think Martinez is a very good goalkeeper.
I think Martinez winning the FIFA Best Awards is an absolute disgrace.
No,
I don't think he's that great. I don't think he's that great either, to be honest with you. I think he's okay.
Yeah, but,
I think he's good. He does
I
his
don't
job well.
I don't want to hear from guys who hate Martinez giving opinions on whether he deserved it or not. So really and truly, your opinion's void.
No,
is there
What do you
any-
mean by that?
Hold on.
What do you mean
Is
by
there
that?
anything?
I
is
don't
there
hate
anything-
Martinez. He's a
Excuse me?
former- I'm just saying. I'm just saying, based on the fact that Thibaut Courtois has had a better season,
Excuse me?
objectively looking at the situation, you can say 7 games is not warrant you to win the friggin' FIFA
That's
Best
fine,
Award.
but what do you mean you don't hate him? All Arsenal fans hate the guy. What are we doing here?
The guy.
See,
can be
there
a
we are.
prick.
There we are.
I don't
Those
hate the
Those
guy.
7 games were the
I see
most.
now why he said that. Now I
most
see why he said
pressure-packed.
that.
What do you mean he backtracked?
Intense
He said,
games.
"There you are." I told you, guy.
Yeah, but can I just say something, guys, as well? I think Courtois, when ex-Chelsea goalkeeper, right? I think
Yeah.
Courtois is fantastic, man. Last year
mhm.
in Champions League, I think he's one of the big reason they won the Champions League. Him and Karim Benzema and Vinicius. I rate Vinicius as well. I think he's one of the best players in the world as well, right? But Courtois was outstanding, right? That's why we talk about Brombo goalkeeper. Alison is overrated. He clipped that.
What would you do? What would you rate a goalkeeper? How would you rate a goalkeeper? Is it with their feet as well as how they save, or what is it? Both, or what sort of? How would you rate a goalkeeper? How would you rate a goalkeeper?
I'm not a goalkeeper, briefly, but what I can say is, in the modern football, Alex, right now, you have to be good with your feet. That's clear.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I don't think Thibaut Courtois is good with his feet,
Not everyone.
right? Alison, these saying he's good with his feet, but bro, only he does make some mistake, bro. I think
I
Alison,
haven't seen
Man
Alison
City,
make much
he's
mistakes.
very good with his feet, and he's a good goal shot stoppers as well. So
Hey,
Addison is underrated. Addison from Manchester City. I think he's a very decent goalkeeper.
Fader, how much are you paying this guy?
Okay,
Hey, no money has been exchanged. No
Can I
money
just
is
jump in here? Can I say Liverpool are having one of their worst seasons in like a couple of years, and it's safe to say Alison is performing like one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Even though he's conceded all these goals and he has one of the worst defenses in front of him, he still has like 9 clean sheets. Like the guy is absolutely doing miracles for what Liverpool have. This Liverpool defense this season that has been shocking. The midfield that's been shocking, and I feel like we're putting him down because Liverpool fans hype him up. But every fan base is going to hype up their player if they believe he's one of the best in the position. Look at what Manchester United fans are doing with Casemiro. They're going crazy as if they've never seen a midfielder on that level before.
I'm not being funny though. Manchester United are playing well though. Manchester United are playing well though. I have to give them. I have to give props to Manchester United though. In their rebuild season, this is again tells me why this is a bang average league, by the way, because they should be nowhere near or top. Nowhere near. But my point is, I just digressed, yeah. But to be fair to the guy, he is, he shows you what you do when you've got a manager that has got a philosophy and do what the owners do what he wants, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I've got to give him props. You know what I mean? I've got to be honest. Liverpool shouldn't be so downhearted at the moment because I think there's just every team goes through these bad seasons. You know what I mean? The fact that you.
I mean, to go to what Rakesh was saying earlier when he said, any other year City wouldn't be performing like this and it'd be a different type of challenge. Same goes for Liverpool, right? Like when we look at the standings and we look at what's currently happening, Liverpool in any other season would be right there taking away points or leading, being right up in the standings. So it's unfortunate to see where they're at right now. I think this match is incredible for them. It's incredibly important because not only did they lose first against United, but they're now at home. And the last time they had like a big match, right? You want to talk about royalty was Real Madrid. They're going to want to erase that ASAP, right? So they're going to have to show proper form at home against United. And it also, I believe, if they do score, it jumps them up to 5th within the standings, depending on the result in Newcastle. So it's crunch time. These are important times. These points are vital. And of all clubs, Liverpool, they need to make sure they're in this top 4. Facts. Some of the targets that they have in the transfer window, I would think, depends on it. So it's desperation times. They need to get this win.
And you know what? I'm just going to say this. Credit to 10. He's been doing a good job. Honestly, he's been doing a really good job. Give 10 his credit, and let's just keep it moving. Big up Manchester United, big up Liverpool. That game should be a good game, and we got to move on to Potter.
Don't big up Manchester United. What are you doing?
Just give everyone their credit a little bit. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. You know what? They got their energy drink cup. They're happy. They got that monkey off their back. Now
I'm so sorry. There's no way a team that went to the Energy Drink Cup final once in 2011 to end the trophy drought bottled it to a team called Birmingham is trying
This is why you don't give them confidence. You don't give them any praise.
Am I speaking facts or not?
Did I give you an insult?
You said you called it the Energy Drink Cup.
It's literally an energy drink.
Woo! Get off the stage.
Good win. Good win for United.
It's like saying you won the Emirates Cup, if the FA Cup.
No, it's not the same as the Emirates Cup.
It's not the same.
Listen,
the Emirates Cup is not the same, Miguel.
No, the Emirates Cup is the preseason. My
Only if it was the Emirates FA Cup, which it was at one point.
It is called the Emirates.
Okay.
It was called the Emirates FA Cup. Anyways, Qasim, would you keep Potter if you beat Leeds and Dortmund?
No, bro, come on. Come on, bro. I made my mind up. I think he's got to go. He's not good enough. I think it's all about next season now. I think this season just get the 40 points and then stay up, keep to be safe. I'm as I said, I'm a realist person, right? And we need to move on, bro. I would take Conte from Alex.
Vader's gotta go.
Conte, I take Conte, Alex. He can take Graham Potter, bro. But yeah, no, he's got to move on, bro. I'll go to beat Leeds first.
Let's hear from Vader. Vader, please, somebody who can back Potter. Can you back him?
It's not about backing Potter. It's about backing the owner. The owner made a decision, long-term plans. He got rid of a manager. He brought in his own manager. He's committed to him, 5 years? And he's committed to players with 5-7-year contracts. He's not making decisions in a whim. He's making decisions long-term with a vision. I think the owner deserves that right. He deserves to see where things net out. If he wants the club to be mediocre, top 10, so be it. He's got a vision. But the fan base to go against the owner is crazy. Let the owner do what he has planned for it and see where things net out. Imagine if you guys were kicking off the way Arsenal fans were. You'd have Arteta out the door, and you'd have who else where you're trying to rebuild with. So I'm not going to speak for Chelsea fans because I'm not them. They've grown. They have a certain DNA. They have certain expectations. I don't go for it. I'm what you would call a one woman man. So Chelsea can do what they do, go through their managers the way they go through their managers, and see where things net out. I do find it interesting that so much money's been spent. You have so much quality, and you don't want to see how it will gel together.
Not under Graham Potter, bro. Not under
Pardon
Graham.
me?
First of all, let me correct you. Let me correct you something, my man. Right. First of all, right, the owner you talk about, give him the chance. The owner came from America, right? Doesn't know anything. He's clueless about football. Point number one. Point number two. Okay, he gone in there. He didn't get a sporting director. He didn't do anything. Why he decided to do what? To go in there, negotiate himself, and become a sporting director. And he sacked him, Marina, sacked Czech, and he just decided to take matter to his own hand. And that's all.
Clean house.
That's why we're in this situation, because the owner, Graham Potter, I won't blame him 100%. But Graham Potter, I'm talking about him as a manager. His level is not there, right? From Brighton to Chelsea. But we're in a sticky situation because the owner, before he signed players, before he sacked a manager, before he's got a new manager, he should get a sporting director, get the expert, talk to him. That's why the people expert in position, just to speak to them and to get the right obviously individuals. But he didn't do that. He decided to do all himself, and that's why we're tenth in the table.
Just to give everyone a little bit of nuance on what's going on. First of all, Vader, you gotta go. Big up to you for jumping on.
Yo, respect, my guy. Thanks for having me on, guys.
And when it comes to Potter, people, let me know in the chat if you guys think they should trust the process. Chelsea fans are going to be protesting. If you guys don't know, Alex and Rakesh, Chelsea fans are going to be protesting ahead of the Leeds game. Apparently, they're going to be protesting.
Protesting what?
They're protesting the manager. They want him sacked. There's over 55,000 Chelsea fans who've signed a petition to have Graham Potter sacked on Twitter. There's also Twitter Spaces that are inviting Todd Boehly to speak with the fans. Chelsea's actually a joke.
I guarantee you there won't be more. There'll be less than 500 people protesting to have Graham Potter out. I'm sorry, that's just what happens. There's not going to be any protests. I don't know where that people might do petitions. It's easy to do a petition, but actually getting people who go to the game to show up to protest your manager, that ain't going to happen. Not 500, not more than. I'd be surprised if there was more than 100 people.
Well, we tried to protest against Levy out, and there's not been that much as well. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know.
If I'm not
Arsenal against Arteta as well last year, they tried to protest. There was only about 100 turned up or something like that. Remember that, you guys?
Yeah.
Turkish did one, right? Was it Turkish or someone tried to do a protest? But
yeah,
you know what? The reason why it didn't work, it was the same day we signed Pepe.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean. Correlation is not causation.
I think a lot of people say things on Twitter. I don't do Twitter. That's the thing. So that's why I'm not interested. But the point is, it's easy to say it on Twitter. But when you actually want to do it, that's when the proof of the pudding comes in, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? But
the main reason why the protest is going to fail, it seems like a bunch of guys who don't even live in the country are trying to organize it.
Yeah, look, the thing is, right? Graham Potter. He does have a track record of being a good manager. He's done well at the previous clubs he's been at. He hasn't been at a club anywhere near as big as Chelsea. That's that. It is what it is. Now, what does the owners want to do? What is their plan? They've done all this recruitment. They brought in the recruitment team, or half the recruitment team from Brighton. I think a couple of guys from the Red Bull group. So they want to play a particular style of football. There is some kind of vision there. Whether Graham Potter's the guy to fulfill that vision, I don't know. But certainly, like people were talking about on the thing I had earlier on, people say, talking about getting Jose Mourinho back at Chelsea or something like that. Like that's crazy. Look, I think Potter's a good manager. I would like to see him get more time. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, I don't really like Chelsea, but I would like to see him get more time. Whether he will or not, I don't know. The thing is, I said this at the time when Roman left. The biggest cultural change that's going to need to happen at Chelsea is not really with the team. It's with the fans. Over the last 20 years, Chelsea have, most of the time, been able to go and get whoever they want in the transfer window because they've been able to spend the big bucks. Right now, just one last thing. From Todd Boehly is going to be running Chelsea as a business, as a self-sustainable model. That they're not going to spend 600 million every year or something like that, or even 300 million every year. So the point of it is that they've tried to front end some of the recruitment, but it's going a bit pear-shaped now. Do they have the patience to stay with Potter, or are they going to chuck him out and try and get somebody else in?
They don't. And not only do they not have the patience for him, they don't have patience for Mason Mount anymore either. that guy's they literally don't know why he's at the fans don't want him. He's not signing a contract. The place seems like a joke. Players are not taking the club serious anymore. And then there's stuff like this. Oh, why am I showing you guys this? My bad. That was not
I think Chelsea fans have just been lucky because they've been spoiled really with lots of success, haven't they?
Can I say my piece on this? On this?
1 second. I just want to show you guys the protest. The protest is for tomorrow. It's for 2 days from now at Stamford Bridge. It's the 4th of March. Chelsea fans are serious. They want to protest. They even have the Graham Potter out, trust the PR, the process, Potter out, which is process. And then they're saying Potter out.
Look at this Microsoft Paint bloody flyer that they've produced. You can't even take these people seriously based on that, let alone organising a march or organising a protest.
But you know what else you can't take serious? It's the big Chelsea account running it, but the account is a Mason Mount out account, and I don't even know where's this LCHM.
But it's also possible to do well for me. Also here in the obviously I have my whole stance on the Levy out, and we do protest over here.
What?
Yeah, it's like sponsors, like Tottenham sponsors, Tottenham organizations. There's been one time when it got really bad that the Spurs Miami organization made a protest outside one of the organization's headquarters.
What? AIA?
Forgot the name of the sponsor. It was like what was it? It was a gasoline company or something, and they actually pulled out in the end.
I mean,
Manchester United did that with shirt sponsors. But Alex, have you been to any protests for Tottenham, or do you think
yeah, I went to one, but outside the training ground. Not that I'm making
was
myself
there a big turnout?
Wasn't a big turnout, no. But I only went there really because I kind of had enough. But I, in the back of my head, I know it's not easy to just get out these people. They're business people at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. And you know what? I'm not going to have a dig at the Chelsea fan. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, mate. But you sound like a respectful Chelsea fan, man.
Alex, I do respect you, bro, and I respect your opinion. But I think, Alex, that you and Igal here, you on the right hand side and Igal on the left hand side. London is blue. Okay,
Yeah.
so
No, okay, listen.
After you picked him up.
Okay, wait. I did this yesterday. Wait a minute.
Let it land.
I'm not letting him
Let me finish because I've got to go. I have to go. Listen, relax. I said I got Alex here and I got Igal here, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. You can't get better than that, isn't it? Right? So London is blue, Igal. You got to accept that, right? 2-time Champions League winner, okay, and obviously Europe. We won everything, Igal. We won everything, literally everything in football.
And this is why
Right?
they say Chelsea fans are somewhat delusional.
London is blue, okay, and we're having a terrible season this season. Make the most of it, Igal, because I tell you what, if you're not capitalize this year, you're not making the most of it. Chelsea will come strong. City's always there. Newcastle got money. United's got money. I believe Liverpool gonna come strong. So make most of that. That's what I want to say. Thanks for having me, guys.
Wait 1 second
Do you
before
wanna
you
say
go.
something?
And the links to his description are in the chat.
1 second
Yo.
before you go. I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing that I asked you to do yesterday. So you get your head right, and you look up, and you look what's above of you. You've got Brentford, you've got Brighton, and you've got Fulham. How is London blue?
Dan.
You're not even top 5 in London right now.
Listen,
You're like praying for Aston Villa.
Listen,
to drop
I
points.
don't want to say
You're not even in the London top
Ask me the
4.
question. Let me finish. I don't want to insult Tottenham because Alex is that, bro. Right? I cannot believe I'm having a conversation with you, bro, about Tottenham. I'm just saying to you now, we won everything in the game. And you telling me look up and look down? What are you talking about? Bro?
Look now though. Look what's going on now. You
Dan,
fans are so
Look at
delusional.
Arsenal last 5 years.
West London isn't even. West London isn't
What about
even.
Liverpool? What about Liverpool? They're having a big season. Does that
Forget
make
about
Liverpool a bad team?
Liverpool
Bro,
have nothing to do with
listen,
London.
Liverpool, how many
Are
points
you
ahead
talking
of
about
you?
Liverpool Street? Are you talking about Liverpool Street?
They're 8 points ahead of you.
Hey, Gal, come on, bro.
They're 8
Liverpool
points
last
ahead of
5
you.
years been
They're 8
beating
points ahead of
City to win the title. Liverpool gone to the Champions League 3-4 times, right? Doesn't make because Liverpool having a bad year doesn't make Liverpool as a bad team, bro. It's just
They're
having a bad year.
What was I
8 points ahead of you. 8
If
points ahead of
Arsenal
you.
win the league, England's red. Forget about London.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Well, that's how the league works. To
Yeah,
be
listen,
fair.
if you won it, bro, you won it. If you don't, I believe strongly City will win the league. I think City will.
do you live in London?
Just have to wait and see.
Do you live in
Thanks for having
London?
me, Gal. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot.
You have a good one,
You guys
Qasim.
have a good one.
And if you live in London, you'll see the difference when Arsenal
No,
win the league.
I live about 3 hours away from London, man. 3 hours.
You'll still see the difference. There's
Harris.
Arsenal fans everywhere. There's Arsenal
up to
fans
you
in
guys. Get it
Basingstoke
up.
where I live. I'm telling you, outside my window, every single
Basingstoke
night,
is red.
Basingstoke is red. Every
Get out.
day.
Calm
Every
yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Calm
Every day.
yourself.
Listen,
Calm
Let
yourself.
me ask you.
Alex,
Let me
no.
ask you before I go. Let me
No.
ask you before I go.
I'm telling you right now, outside of my window in Basingstoke, on a daily, every single night, I hear, "What do you think of Tottenham? Shit." And what do you think of shit?
We live in your head rent free.
On
We live
top
in your
of
head
that,
rent free.
on top of that, when outside my window, you know what else I hear? I see da 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 da, da Saliba. I'm telling you, they love
What's
Arsenal.
happened to your reject Odegaard, by the way? What's happened to your reject Odegaard, by the way? What's happened to your reject Jesus, by the way? What's happened, bruv? What's
They're
happened?
gonna win us the league. What
Oh,
happened
yeah,
to your,
really? Really,
what
bro?
happened to your reject Bentancur?
Really, bro? Huh? Bentancur.
What's going
Bentancur,
on
the
here now?
reject from Juventus. Bruv, he just got injured, bruv. But he can banter your midfield all day long, bruv. You know what I mean?
Bro,
He can banter
Oliver
Xhaka all day long, bruv.
did a number on Chelsea. I was thinking about you when they did that. When you
Listen,
scored.
listen, bro. I'm not taking it away from anyone. Chelsea this year, no great. But listen, that's what Chelsea do. Chelsea's a big club. You know why? Because spend big money. Because
Bro, do you
guess
have
what? We
double-digit
won
league
one
titles?
trophy, bro.
Do you have double-digit league
I'm a
titles?
Tottenham fan. I'm Alex. I don't want to upset you, bro. Tottenham fan coming to me. I'm sorry, we're not in the same league. You have to compete with Leicester. You have to compete
What is
with
going on
Sheffield.
here? Wait,
We
this everything was...
level up, bro. But
Okay,
big up to everyone,
no,
guys.
we're gonna Qasim, have a good one. Let's talk about the flop.
See you later. Bye.
Big up,
Good to meet you,
Rakesh. Final segment of the day.
Go
Who's
on.
the flop of the season? Because I kept hearing Gakpo, I kept hearing Darwin Núñez, I kept hearing
You
Anthony,
say
I
Richarlison.
kept hearing all these guys. At the honest truth, Richarlison, 60 million pounds, 7 shots on target the whole entire season, Premier League proven.
And that's his fault.
Am I joking, Rakesh? I'm talking to Rakesh here, not the Tottenham fans. We're gonna get to you in a second. Richarlison this season in the Premier League has 0 goals, 2 assists.
0 goals, really?
0 goals, 2 assists, 16 games played.
This season or this year?
This season. This
Wow.
calendar season. The whole year from 2022, 2023, this season. 0 goals.
There's no Premier League goals. Wow, that's a bit mad. I had no idea.
2 assists, 16 games played.
Okay.
He's played over 635 minutes, which is a complete 7 full 90-minute games. Talk to me.
I mean,
The
look,
flop of the season.
he hasn't played very much, but those are pretty poor stats for a striker who's already played in the Premier League and who costs that much money. In general, I think he's not a bad player. I think he's a decent player, but yeah, that is pretty shocking. I didn't realize it was that bad, to be honest.
Can we be honest? Richarlison is not that guy. Tottenham thought they were buying a 60 million pound Brazilian that was coming in to revolutionize their attack, but they found out they bought a lemon from Everton that's going to get them in a shitty situation. Typical.
Okay, Igal. I've had this conversation all day on Twitter
Flop of the season.
on the Richarlison front. All right. How has he failed in what he's been brought in to do? He's been brought in to be a backup striker to Harry Kane and give Harry Kane rest. If you close your eye and forget the price tag, which how are you putting the price tag on him and making it his fault?
Okay, stop.
He doesn't decide his price tag. He doesn't decide his price tag. He's been brought in and he's done his job.
Let me tell you something. This season, Eddie Nketiah is a backup. He came in and he delivered. He scores goals. He makes a difference. Reece Nelson, who barely played this season, has more GA than Richarlison, and he's only played 3 games this season. What are you talking about?
Igal.
1 second. Let me go to Alex. Alex, Richarlison, are you going to back me on this one? Flop of the season.
Listen, I'm sorry. This guy has been bang average for us. He scored against Marseille, the 2 goals. Everyone was waxing lyrical about this guy. The only thing good about this guy is that he doesn't keep. He goes down and tries to get fouls. That's it. Like, honestly, he's been average. I mean, I think that's clutching at straws when you're talking about Nketiah, Agal. Again, you're going over the top again. You're just another.
Nketiah is clear of Richarlison.
Nketiah is a bang average player, bruv.
Nketiah is
clear
of
got in a
Richarlison.
contract for Arsenal, bruv. That's
And
all I need
Nketiah
to
this
say.
season is
If
clear
you
of
want to
Son.
talk about levels, yes, you can talk about your reject Jesus, yeah.
And Nketiah is clear of your whole attack.
But wait a minute. No chance. He's not. You said he's better than Harry Kane.
Agal. Listen to the master. The apprentice sit there and listen, yeah? This is
What?
how it
The
works.
master?
Yes, listen to the master, and the apprentice sit there and listen to Dr. Mr. Bot's office. Right, as I said before, yeah, right? Nketiah is a bang average a striker that got lucky getting a new contract, bruv, when he should be a mid-table team, bruv, yeah? Right? When you talk about levels, you talk about Harry Kane, bruv, yeah? That's what you talk about, yeah? When you want to talk about levels, you talk about my man Rashford, yeah? Right? That's what you talk about, yeah? That's what you talk about levels, bruv, yeah? That's championships levels, bruv, yeah? That's all I need to say. Yeah, Trossard, that's okay. That's a good striker. That's levels. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Richarlison, going back onto Richarlison, I'm sorry, he's a walking mistake. That's it. I'm sorry, I don't rate him at all. Yeah, he might get better with a different manager. I'll give him that. But this year, Tottenham fans going over the top again about him after Marseille. He was crying his eyes out, saying, "Oh, look at me! I've gone to Champions League. I can't believe it! I can't believe it!" Well, look what's happened, bruv. It's 0-0, bruv. That's it, and that's all I need to say. Back to you. Back to you now, Igal, to say something stupid again.
Real quick,
There you go. Let
Alex.
them know.
You got Alex. Real quick. The reason he was crying is because he scored a goal with his brother in the stands who was going through depression.
Well, Bob, I'm not getting into the whole thing about personal stuff, bro. I'm just saying what I'm saying about the football side of things, yeah?
But that's why he was crying after scoring the 2 goals in the Champions League. That's all. Listen, I think the disrespect that Richarlison gets is out of this world. And I think it's because he goes out of his way and he's a very unlikable player. I get it. He banters a lot. So when he goes through a bad run of form, everyone wants to milk it. It's obvious.
Bad run of form. He hasn't scored this season.
He hasn't played a game at striker this season in the Premier League.
Forget about that. He's played over 600 minutes.
No.
He's had 7 shots.
At striker.
One second.
We keep playing him out of position.
Bro, forget about that. He's played 16 games and he's only registered 7 shots.
He's not a winger. He's not a winger. We brought in a striker to be a winger. That's what we do. That's Tottenham Hotspur in a nutshell. He's not a winger.
What are you talking about?
I'm not judging him until he plays at striker.
He was a winger at Watford and he scored and he got more goal contributions at Watford than he did at Tottenham. Anyways, Rakesh, what do you have to say about Richarlison? Because you no love lost on your end probably.
Yeah, I mean that's those numbers are pretty poor. So I think anybody suggesting that he's the flop of the season, they're probably not too far wrong. I was thinking, who else could be up there? Obviously, Nunes and stuff have been mentioned, but I think they're playing okay now. They're scoring a decent number of goals. Even Gakpo's come in, started scoring a couple. I don't really have an argument against Richarlison on that basis, to be fair. But he did score a great goal at the World Cup. He's not dog shit. He's a reasonably talented football player, but that's pretty bad numbers in terms of a striker.
There you go. And you know what? Big up Mr. Box Office Alex for coming on. Big up Rakesh for coming on. Big up Dan. Big up my guy. Everyone who's come on. Dami, Vater, and of course, how could I forget Qasim? But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow with our Arsenal Brentford Bournemouth preview. Why'd I say Brentford? And you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm out of here, people. Peace.